Let's get the show started. Good morning, sweethearts. Tony, Garrett, Kai, Gio.
Good
Here we go.
morning.
Good morning. So, here we go again. Here's just the joy to keep up this friend's Zoom boom about not to, no separation already, whatever this means, beyond any understanding, a total joy, no absolute simplicity, and not even. Well, no need to say anything more or less. Just feel free, sweethearts, to boom in with whatever. Yeah, here we go. Not saying anything is this too. I also love just sitting here and smiling and enjoying my dinner, my salad. Bon appetit.
Bon
Yeah.
appetit.
We can watch you eat.
Garrett, you're also eating.
Yes, I am a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, cool. So you see, it's like dinner for two.
Last week, was it last week? Was it Maria? She was speaking about what the Hindus talk about, that when we're born, we have a choice. Also a choice of our parents and the location. I wonder why the Hindus bring that into their writings. It sounds a bit crazy, but I've heard that story came from a number of people, saying about you choose your parents and you choose your location.
About karma, right? Is the thing like karma? Well, Garrett, look, there are 1 billion and more, actually uncountable many stories. This is just another story, another belief, another religion. Look at the belief in God, Christianity, Jesus. It's the same. And in a way, it's just like hope, belief is hope for the apparent me, which is just an illusion, just a game, I would say.
Yeah, I wonder, they just keep on adding that all the time, if they left it out of their they might as well leave it out than add it like that. But seems a bit crazy, doesn't it?
Well, look, for them, it's totally normal. It's simply like breathing. For you, it's crazy. So everyone would have another opinion on this, I guess.
But anyway, it wouldn't be a choice like, well, I'm going to have a cup of tea or maybe a cup of coffee. So I will choose my next parents and I want to be born in Scandinavia or in Hawaii in my next life. I think that if we concede that there is time, well, there are infinite possibilities, infinite manners of appearances, or infinite words in this universe. So we could consider that there is a river of appearances that somehow comes from somewhere and is going somewhere. This is as far as I can take this idea. I mean, why not?
Yeah, Jay Krishnamurti talked about, like you just said, about thoughts. They will flow after death. The thoughts will continue to flow, and perhaps that's where the Hindus talk about those thoughts mixing together to choose your location and parents, etc. From a
Yeah, I think it could be, but we don't have memories, right? I mean, usually some people say they do, but we don't have memories of past appearances anyway, because I don't know why. So it doesn't really matter, right? Because if I don't remember what I was and I don't have the choice to choose what kind of appearances might appear, so
yeah, I think in the Hindus, when you make your choice, then they erase your memories.
when you make your choice,
Yes, you make your choice of your location and family, and then your memories are erased.
hmm,
At
I
present,
think it's a way uh, hmm, yeah,
It's just a beautiful
yeah,
story, so to say. It's just
yeah,
a
because
beautiful
it,
story, and there are
hmm,
people, everything can appear. There are people who can really see other people and say, you know, I know what you have been in your previous life, and everything can happen. Or I can tell you the exact day when you are going to die. Everything may appear, beautifully so. So nothing is excluded. It's just this, but in a way, apparently, it's just another story. Believing in this or not, that's it.
Yes, yes,
yeah,
I agree absolutely. Only just the stories, and there are lots, infinite stories, and all of us have preferences. Also, no, with the stories. I love myths, for example. I love gospel sometimes and Bible. No? For example, the story of Eve and Adam being kicked off of the paradise and eating the fruit of wrong and right and being the me. No?
Yeah.
So beautiful, and but the story about choosing your parents here is absolutely without any interest, is but preferences, just preferences. No? Who knows?
And of course, like the conditioning, the genetics, how you grew up. I mean, the people are telling you the whole time nonstop what you are and what you are not and how you should live your life. And here in Germany, you tick like this, and there in India, you tick like this. It's so normal. It's just like running automatically. Nothing wrong, nothing right, just this. Simply the belief, and all those stories may collapse. Very gradually, so to say, or also very abrupt. So there are really people also I've heard, and I do believe this. I also in a way saw this a little bit. That in a way they really think they have no idea of not separation, and they really think they're crazy. They're totally crazy. And when they see this message, they're like, oh, I'm so happy. I thought I'm crazy. Because in a way they see that there is no separation. There is no one running the show. There's just this whatever. This lives so freely without.
Yes, yes, yes. Yes, I've been watching the last video from Jim Newman, and in the middle of the meeting, he speaks about it, about this. He says that he has received a couple of calls, appreciating, being very thankful,
Yeah, okay.
saying thank you very much because I thought I was absolutely mad because
Absolutely. When this hits you in a way, like
yeah.
completely without having no idea of this.
And,
Uh,
and
th-
at the end, thank you. Someone says that there's no me
yeah,
and there's no
yeah,
separation. Wow.
yeah.
Thanks God.
Because in a way, you see, it's the most simple, natural way of just being and not even being. but not also knowing or wanting to understand anything. And then those people in a way are doubting. They think they're crazy in this society, which is like full on, you know. You are the one. You are
Yeah.
running the whole show. So you better do it good.
Yes.
Otherwise you are fucked, you know?
Yeah. And I would say that in some extent, all of us, well, speaking about here, have this experience of, wow, thanks. Oh,
Yeah.
thank you very much. At least at the end, someone is telling me that all there is this.
Beautiful, Tony. Beautiful. I had it. I had it too. Yeah, I had it
Yes,
too.
thank you very much, Tony Parsons. Thank you very much. Because, oof, no? Oh, wow.
Yes, but I don't think it is so outrageous to see that there is this. Look, if we believe that we are separate, right, we create a certain condition, a certain flow of events because of this sense, this belief of being separate. And this sense of being separate, this idea, this notion, can go on.
But this sense of separation is already without two. It's already
Yes,
there is already no separation. Just an
Without
idea of
separation.
it's just
that's
apparently like this. That's the joke. That's the
yes,
joke.
yes. That's why they say there are two rivers. It's a way of speaking. In one river, there is no separation, there is no river, there are no sides. But when you feel separate, you jump into a river that may go on flowing. And let's say this body dissolves and something appears again with the same sense of separation. Only the sense, not that I will be born again, no. But the sense of separation may go on because the mind may go on, right? So when we talk about dying, it is dying to this river that may go on for we don't know how long and how and where and how. Suddenly there is no river at all, right?
Well, that's already too complicated for me, Gio. I didn't get it to be honest. But
Yeah,
you know, but
Yes,
okay, Tony?
I just see that there's no river and there's nothing wrong with feeling separated, nothing wrong, but it's not necessary in order to function, in order to be. It's not necessary to
no,
feel
of course not.
separated at
No,
all. At
at
all.
all. No, not
No.
necessary.
Well,
But it may have happened that you felt separated for the past 10 million years for some reason. Why
that's
not?
so long.
Yeah, that's quite a long time, you know. And suddenly we realize there is no time, there is no separation, there is no river. But for those who feel separate, there is separation and there is the river. And when this body that believes that he is separate dies, something is still going on, and there is the reappearance of uh, of some kind of appearances, and again a sense of separation.
Well, actually,
Could be,
yeah, it could be. Okay,
could
so
be.
I don't know this. It's just for me, it's just
No,
another story, of course. It's
of
beautiful
course.
story, sweetheart, of course. Like the same
Sorry.
with the
Yeah,
story of karma. And for me, it's
yeah,
like, in a way, the freedom is really like the not knowing. And
yeah. But sorry. Just one thing. You said
yeah,
karma, story of karma, right? But when, like Tony Daniel said, and I agree with him, in a pool table, pool,
yeah,
the game
the
with the
game.
balls,
Mm,
if you hit the ball in the certain direction, the ball hits the other ball in the certain way,
mm-hmm.
and you already know that the next ball will fall into the hole, right? We could understand the whole human body, the whole human psychology, the whole human functioning as a pool game. So everything is happening because something happened before, and everything will happen because something is happening in an automatic,
Well,
programmed way.
okay, but I don't. I would say no. It's just total chaos, absolute anarchy. So there is really not this cause and effect because this ball hit this ball. This is just apparently happening. And there is no one who is in a way hitting any ball and knowing that this ball is going to go there.
Oh, yes, nobody knows exactly what's going to happen because there are infinite balls. I mean, if you consider each atom, each electron from our body, it's impossible to calculate what is going to happen, you know?
It's Geo, here it's impossible to know the next thought even.
Of course,
This is how,
impossible.
but let me throw in one thing came up here. So I was chatting with Sarah. She joined the last time, you remember, and she is in a very like beautiful like process, so to say. I see similarities like how it played out here, and the topic was being sensitivity. So I could really see that she was thinking of herself like also her parents told her and the belief, I'm so sensitive. Oh, I'm so sensitive. And of course, is if you in a way repeat a lie, you start to believe it. So it's a full on and great. But nevertheless, I heard now from a lot of people who resonate with this radical message, there is no separation, not to already, no you to start with. In a way, all of them claimed to be sensitive. And yeah, I simply saw it. So in a way, is something coming up there when I throw this sensitivity in?
I wouldn't say that here is someone sensitive. I wouldn't say. I would say sometimes sensitivity arises, and sometimes the
Not.
opposite.
Yeah,
Absolutely rough.
yeah,
Absolutely. No,
yeah.
not knowing, but not more sensitivity than a lot of other
Yeah,
supposed characters. And another thing that I would say that there's no cause and effect. There's
totally,
not.
totally.
There's not.
Totally, Tony. When we go absolutely, but I was diving into the story a little bit because, in a way, I saw that there are people when I started to doubt the whole thing here. I was like really seeing I have no problem actually, but I'm creating the problems the whole time. And I couldn't understand why. Compared to the others, of course, comparing is then happening, of course, when there is a you are the whole time comparing, innocently so. I simply saw, wow, they're straight. They're in a way managing the whole thing. They know how life works. Like at school, you can compare with the children there, they seems to deal better with. And I felt not that I was booming always like this. Actually, nothing happened. But nevertheless, there was this sense of, this is something is wrong here. And this in a way made me weak. Weak in the sense that I was not anymore able to compete. And then it was very interesting. I don't know if I heard it somewhere. I just felt that in a way my weakness is actually the power. The weakness was actually compared to the others that I could not see a separation. This was the weakness. And that's why there was this joy when I first heard there is no separation. I was like, yes, yes. I can remember my parents and my sister, they could not understand what I'm talking about. They were just like, Rosa, all good here? And I was the most happy. Yeah.
Yes, I remember when I was a teenager or very young, observing the other people, my friends, becoming a character, ¿no? Here in Spanish we say, tienes que ser un hombre de provecho. You have to become a man of profit. And I wondered, what is this to be a man of profit, a responsible man? What does it mean? I didn't know at all. I admire my friends that were becoming such a thing. And for me, it was very, very, very strange because I couldn't. because I couldn't see in a way this separation. And I always, when someone was complaining for anything, I secretly thought, but see, you are struggling with this, you are deserving this. But this word to deserve doesn't fit because it sounds very moralistic, and it's not moralistic, but it's technical. No, you deserve, of course you deserve. Is a way to say you deserve. It's not unfair. Well, who is unfair? The universe is unfair. No, what happens? That's that. But I had not words when I tried to say something like this. Of course, was always very, very bad understood.
Oh
No?
yes, oh yes, Tony. Exactly when my sister contacted me because she wanted to tell me a shit story. Normally she's not sharing anything. She's very cool. The most coolest woman I know. She is really like unfuckable. Nevertheless, she shared a story
You are very
and
different.
very, very different. Totally different. Absolutely, like day and night. And she shared a really shit story, really, about life and death. And I already saw the people who are saying there is no one, there is no separation, it's just this. No one in it. And no one controlling the show. And she shared, but I was still very, very fragile, so to say. I was very, it was to say the process, so to say. I was just, and the story hit me hard, very hard. But at the same time, it was already seen that that's it already. No matter what. Innocently, so I boomed out to my sister because I'm always myself. I would never do it differently. I just said, well, sweetheart, that's it. That's it. And she was like really then considering me a little bit as whatever. And well, yeah, it's I cannot but say it as I'm very direct and honest, so to say. And it doesn't matter of the consequences.
Yes.
And it doesn't matter it's family or someone else. So in a way, you see, it's like you said, it's very
Yeah.
bad in a way if you boom out like this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I have had a lot of problems because of this. Because someone complains too much, I listen and listen and listen, but at one moment is enough. And I say, well, that's it. No, that's it.
Yeah.
What else? No. Well, complaining is also it, of course.
All stories become sort of a bit boring.
Yes. Yes.
But in a way, I always see also the entertainment factor in all the stories. Because it's in a way unbelievable. Like, when they're maybe I don't know, maybe I'm really a fun cookie. I'm Jen also turning it into a funny side. But this and this, but here. So, and there are a lot of people who've never heard this message, but they're having a huge sense of humor. A huge sense of humor.
Oh yeah.
And this is in a way beautiful. They are able to laugh about, for them it's real. Of course it's real. And they but I can only see like how beautiful it plays out. Like this knowing, or with this me and no me. It doesn't matter. It's just full on aliveness booming out in
Yeah.
perfection. Yeah.
And about the stories, I love movies, and I have a platform with a lot of movies, and a lot of days at night I watch movies, and some days I start a lot of, and all of them are boring, because here is the boredom, and at the beginning, well, I know this is the good one, this is the big one that is going to happen. Another and another, and all of them are boring. But other days, bam, the more simple story, no, the simplest is so amazing, no, so and new, and it's not important if the characters play good or not so good. Is amazing. Well,
Yeah.
because just because, just because.
Yeah, sometimes there are good movies. They are rare for me. They are very rare. but sometimes I meet good movies and I can't explain why it feels good, why.
Yeah.
As you say, the story sometimes there isn't even a story. You just see the characters moving around and something is
Yes,
beautiful.
yes, yes, yes. And the light, sometimes the light, the landscape, the cities. I love the the movies that the 50s and the 60s when I was a child. And I remember these streets and these villages and these towns and these dresses and so old and so familiar and strange at the same time. It's lovely.
Hi, what about you, sweetheart?
Yes, I recently saw again an old movie that I love, but it's not an entertainment movie. It's Ingmar Bergman's Persona. It was with Liv Ullmann, and that was like late 60s or something. And I don't know, when I see that film, it's about, an actress who has a breakdown, nervous
Mm-hmm.
breakdown,
Mm-hmm.
and then she cannot play any more roles, you know. She cannot play any more roles, in the theater or in life, and then she ends up with having this nurse who's supposed to take care of her because she's, gone a bit crazy, doesn't talk anymore, and she's all the time only in silence, and she's becomes like a mirror to this nurse, it's like she's holding up the mirror to this nurse who keeps playing the roles, keeps playing the roles, but Liv Ullmann is just like a mirror to this nurse, and it's fascinating. It's fascinating.
Wow.
I highly recommend Ingmar Bergman's Persona.
Yes, yes, I remember this movie.
Uh-huh.
I used to see all the Ingmar Bergman's movies at
Uh-huh.
the time, no? But
Uh-huh.
at the end, they were all of them so tortured when so trauma and
Mm.
was such suffering that
Mhm.
was enough. But absolutely, is a great director, and Liv Ullmann is incredible acting. And I
Mm.
remember this movie especially. Wow,
Mhm.
yes, it
I
is.
I
like
did I
Woody.
didn't I think this movie Persona, I think it was quite different from the others because I've seen quite a few Bergman films, and a lot of very tortured people, but this film was, I don't know, it had another quality, it
Yes.
wasn't like it didn't make me feel anxious. I found it fascinating. Yeah.
Mhm. I'm going to give another try, another chance to Persona.
Yeah, please do. Yeah, yeah.
I like Woody Allen.
Oh, me
Wow.
too,
Hmm.
me too. Oh, I like also Charlie Chaplin, but go on, sweetheart.
Yeah, yeah. Woody Allen is an example of movies of films where the story is not important. It's the way the characters move around, the way they talk, they speak, they act. It's funny.
Yes, yes. Match
I
Point.
love
I love Match Point. Have you watched Match Point?
yeah,
It's
yeah.
it's familiar the name, but I don't remember which
Wow, for
film
me,
was
it's
it.
the best Woody Allen's with the Scarlett
Mhm.
Johansson.
Hmm.
No,
Then I will try to watch it, but I also can remember this match. I haven't seen so many now, but I will try. Yeah, match point. Okay.
Match Point.
But Woody Allen has some great lines. One of the lines that I really like is when he says, I think it was in the Manhattan, that movie, classic. He said to, I think, Diane Keaton or somebody, he says, um, I'm not afraid of death. I just don't want to be there when it happens.
That's fantastic.
Well,
Well,
good news,
you are
good
not
news,
gonna be
good news for Woody, and you are
good
not
news.
going to be there
You
anyways,
are
which
not
I
gonna
don't
be
worry.
And he also said, "Oh, I'm definitely against that."
I love it. I totally love it. Yeah. Beautiful. In movies, in a way, in movies, we can directly see in a way that this is also just a movie, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's the best mirror
Absolutely.
ever. Like in a way, it's
Yes.
it's exactly like it's so
Yes.
obvious. Oh my gosh.
Absolutely.
And it's
After watching a good movie that emotionally you are like this, when you come out of the cinema and going to the street, and the movie is going on, is the movie, the same beauty in the screen is still going on the street, in this woman, this bus, the clouds, is this energy thanks to this movie. No, that is art.
beautiful.
No, a
Same,
good
same
movie,
feeling
a
here.
good
Same here.
theater play, a good music, a good anything.
Here, let me say something. Totally, Tony, I'm totally with you. Let me say something about the sensitivity. So, here the sensitivity is really like, oh, let's see. Okay, we are. So after this, we will reconnect again, sweethearts. It's actually you simply open. There is an openness. Innocently so, there is an openness. And this, in a way, of course, when you are open, you are vulnerable. It's just another story. But this was, in
Mm-hmm.
a way, the weakness I had the whole time. This I call being sensitive. And
Mm-hmm.
then you learn to protect, to close up, not to
Mm-hmm.
show too much. You have to be a good player, right? And there are simply players who can do it very good, but finally they are bullshitting themselves because it runs back. You know, you're hiding, so to say, yourself. There are layers, you know, those so-called layers of a me, ideas, beliefs, protection. And in a way, this openness is revealing just not separation. And then you're
Wow.
totally vulnerable. This is the thing I saw like with all of us,
Mm-hmm.
in a way, who resonates with this message. And we can also say people who are very headed, very strongly in the thoughts and intelligent and believing, they have the most problems with this cold life because there is a me and life, and I know it very good. I know how this life works. And yeah, what to say? Perfection.
Yes, I like this story. I buy this story absolutely. Beautiful story. And I remember now, you have made me remember that when I was very young, I consider myself very sensitive. But at one moment, I decided I'm not going to be sensitive anymore. I
Beautiful.
remember.
Beautiful. Sweetheart Tony, with me also like this belief of being sensitive crumbled when I saw that nothing is killing me. No panic attack. No situation in this so-called life is killing me. I'm there, just unfuckable. So the sensitivity faded away. So no matter what, this simply went and like gradually, so to say, you know? And okay, sweethearts, let's go in part two. See you there. Same Zoom link.
You